Hey, good morning, everybody. We got about 3 minutes and 14 seconds to go here before we have some player introductions. This is Big Sioux Media with Darren Roosh on the call. Today's first game here at the Dakota Valley Conference Classic here in Colman. It's got to be the Beresford Watchdogs. They will be the home team, and the Lac Qui Parle Valley Eagles. Thank you to the 2025 Dakota Valley Conference Classic officials for working our event. We appreciate you giving your time and talents, making the high school athletics possible. All of today's games will be streamed via the Big Sioux Media Sports Network at the following link. You can check that out online. And the Dakota Valley Conference thanks the Colman-Egan School for being today's host. Please help the Colman-Egan School keep this facility clean. Probably don't have to read that part. The scoreboard, we're having some issues. I have to manually enter the scores in, so you'll have to have patience with us. Probably the fast action pace of these young ladies. I won't be able to keep up with doing the score and the play-by-play. I don't know much about the Lac Qui Parle Valley Eagles. The Beresford Watchdogs are currently 2-6. Well, that's in football. I got to get to the right sport. All right, the Watchdogs are 4-5. That is their record. We're down to 40-some seconds. Again, I'll be saying the score quite often today since our scoreboard's not working, and maybe if I get a chance for some dead balls, I can update the scoreboard on our computer. So our apologies for that. Lots of games. Again, this first one here is the Beresford Watchdogs and the Lac Qui Parle Valley Eagles. It's the girls' game.
This contest is between the visiting Lac Qui Parle Eagles and the home team on the scoreboard, the Beresford Watchdogs. This contest is being conducted under the guidance and regulation of the South Dakota High School Students Association for the enjoyment and educational benefit of high school students. Good sportsmanship is essential for the success of these programs. Now, let's meet the starting lineups. First, for the visiting Lac Qui Parle Eagles.
All right, we're going to do the Lac Qui Parle Eagles first.
5'7" senior, number 4, Jada Kessler.
We got a 5'7" senior, number 4, Jada Kessler. Got a 6' senior, number 10, Jalen Lee. We got a 5'11" junior, number 22, Callie Kahn. Got a 5'6" senior, number 23, Kendall Shellstead. We got a 5'4" senior, number 25, Kayla Jan. They are coached by Dylan Erickson. Now jumping over to the Watchdogs. Got a 5'6" senior, number 4, Hannah Colford. We've got a 5'6" junior, number 11, Ella Merriman. Got a 5'9" senior, number 21, Lily Seivert. And then a 5'9" junior, number 24, Kendra Ellis. And then a 5'9" junior, number 30, Harley Koth. They're coached by Hillary Block.
The officials for today's game are Doug Rusing, James Bennett, and Abby Simpson.
And refs for today's game is Doug Rusink, James Benning, and Abby Simpson. We're going to have the national anthem here, and then we will get ready for some basketball action here at 10:30 early this morning.
Military, not uniform, may salute the flag. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
All right, let's get ready for some basketball. Again, we got a girls varsity game. We got the Beresford Watchdogs as the home team and the Lac Qui Parle Valley Eagles as the visitors. It's going to be a great day for basketball here in Colman with the Dakota Valley Conference Classic. Got games starting up every 30 minutes. We're in the auxiliary gym. Harley Koth jumping for the Watchdogs. There's a turnaround. That shot is blocked by Lee. Here comes the Eagles the other direction. There's a steal by Koth. She's going to go all the way in. The ball is, we're going to pick up our first foul. Jalen Lee for the Eagles. That's going to put Koth at the line for 2. First one is good. Second one is also good. Watchdogs go up 2-0. They're bringing some full court press. Ball knocked out of bounds there by Ellis. They got a 1-3-1 full court pressure coming here. Cross court. They feed it inside to Kessler. Kessler has it. Almost drug her foot, but she stays put. There's another turnover. That one was picked up there by Merriman. There's a floater on its way. No good. Loose ball on the floor. Last touch by the Watchdogs goes to the Eagles. Lee has it. She's going to drive. Got to dump it off, but that's knocked out of bounds by Seivert. Inside or out to Lee. She hands it off to Jan. Jan sticks with it. Lots of pressure here by the Watchdogs, and the Eagles are going to throw it away. We're going to have a timeout by the Eagles, just 30 seconds. Give me a chance to update the scoreboard. Currently, the Watchdogs are up 2-0 over the Eagles. Thanks for joining us for a 10:30 game this morning here in Colman, South Dakota. Lac Qui Parle had a little bit of a trip. Ball's inbounded by Ellis. Up on top by Merriman. Koth is trying to set a high screen. Colford takes a shot, no good. Falls right into the hands of Jan. Got a travel by Jan back over to the Watchdogs. 6:26 to go here with the first period. Merrigan. Cypher thought about a step back three. There's a three on its way. Koth gets the board. Loose ball on the floor. Still fighting for it, and the Eagles come out with that. Jan gets it over to Shellstead. Jan back to Shellstead. They go across court to Lee for three. No good. Loose ball picked up here by Koth. She's going to toss it up to Merrigan for two. There's another Eagle turnover. There's a step back three, no good. Koth with the rebound, feeds it inside. That shot no good. They're going to call that foul on Kendra Ellis. So each team with one foul. The Eagles brought in a sub, Maya Swatsky. She's the one that's going to be inbounding it. She's a 5'6", 8th grader. Gets it into Lee. Lee steps through the traffic, still trying to keep it. She does. Gets it over to Shellstead. Back to Swatsky. Over to Lee. She's going to drive in from the baseline. Reverse layup. No good. Last touch by the Watchdogs. We got 5:05 to go here in the first period, and the Beresford Watchdogs are up 4-0. Merrigan. Being pressured by Swatsky on top. She steps through the defense, goes in for two more. Over to Swatsky. She stops. There was a feed inside. It's going to stay here with the Eagles. Couple subs coming in for the Watchdogs. They bring in a 5'8" senior, number 22, Keely Merrigan. They also bring in a 5'9" freshman, Kennedy, number 20, Kennedy Merrigan. And then the other one that came in for the Watchdogs is a 6' sophomore, Sharp. Micaiah Sharp. Down to 4:20. Going to have a jump ball. Possession's going to stay here with the Eagles. Sub coming back in for the Eagles as Kendra Ellis checks back in. I'm sorry, wrong team. As Jan checks back in. Jan's going to drive, feeds it inside. That shot no good there by Kahn. Three-pointer on its way. That is good. As Koth, I believe, is the one that had that one. There's a drive inside. Shot blocked by Sharp. There's another Eagles turnover. Ella in for 2 more. And the Watchdogs go up 11-0 with 3:31 remaining here in the first period. I'll get the scoreboard updated. We're here in Colman for the Dakota Valley Conference Classic. 3:31 in the first period. Second timeout used by the Eagles. They have yet to score. Koth and Kennedy or Ella Merriman are the ones that have done all the scoring. All right, coming out of an Eagles timeout. Keely Merrigan in. There's another turnover by the Eagles. Watchdogs get it back. Ella Merriman. Keely Merrigan turned it over. Eagles back at it. Swatsky gets it over to Shellstead. Tries to feed it inside. Throws it away. Brooklyn Olson checks in for the Eagles along with Aiden Bond. Olson's a 5'7" sophomore and Bond is a 5'5" freshman. There's a kick out. Good ball movement here by the Watchdogs. There's a 2-point attempt on its way, and that one is good there by Kennedy Merrigan. There's just about had another turnover here by the Eagles, but they maintain it. 3-pointer on its way by Lee. Bounces around. Eagles step away with it, and we're got another foul here on the Watchdogs. Ella Merriman's got to pick up her first personal. Got a sub checking in for the Watchdogs. It's a 5'6" junior, number 1, Emily Latondras. Another shot on its way, and that's made by Merrigan. Kennedy now with 4 points. We're down to 2:16, and the Eagles still haven't scored. Opportunity knocked away by the Watchdogs. Another sub coming in for the Watchdogs is Seifert. And they also bring in Colford. Into Lee. They try to feed it inside to Khan. Knocked out by the Watchdogs. Stays here with the Eagles. Lac Qui Parle trying to get into the action here. We're down to 2 minutes and haven't put any points on the board. Another turnover. Eagles threw that away. Minute 56. There's a Watchdog turnover. Lee gets held up. She gets it back. Over to Bond. Thrown out of bounds by the Eagles. The Eagles bringing in 3 subs. They bring back in Jan, Kessler, and Shellstead. Down to a minute 38. Watchdogs trying to continue to build their lead. Turnover on the Watchdogs. Full court pressure coming by the Watchdogs. Jan to Lee. That's picked up by Shellstead. Watchdogs stepped on the line. Checking in for the Watchdogs is Ellis. Eagles struggling here offensively. Good defensive pressure by the Watchdogs. Three-pointer on its way. That was no good by Lee. Chased down by the Watchdogs. They were slowly inched out of bounds. Down to 50.9 seconds. Eagles continue to be in a big drought. They turn it over again. Up and in, no good. Ellis going to the line for two. Con's got to pick up her first personal foul. Team's third, down to 43 seconds remaining. First free throw good. Watchdogs bring in number 23, Tori Sharp. That free throw no good. Knocked out of bounds by the Watchdogs. 16-0 lead for the Watchdogs over the Lac Qui Parle Eagles. Down to 37 seconds. There's a drive and up, no good. Last touch by the Watchdogs. Eagles ball, 26.9 seconds. Callie Kahn checks in for the Eagles. To Lee. There's a step back three. And finally the Eagles get on the board with a shot by Jan with 19 seconds left. Ten seconds. Down to 4 seconds. Three-pointer on its way. No good. Clock stops with 0.7 seconds left. One last opportunity for the Watchdogs to toss it in. Grab shot on its way. No good. And that is going to take us into the second period where the Watchdogs are up 16-3. Thanks for joining Big Sioux Media today. We are here at Colman, South Dakota, and home of the Colman-Egan Hawks. And this is the Dakota Valley Conference Classic. This first game here, we got the Lac Qui Parle Valley Eagles as the visitors and the Beresford Watchdogs as the home team. Girls varsity, and right now the Watchdogs are up 16-3. Start of the second period. Kessler, Lee, Shellstead, Kahn, and Jan are all in for the Eagles. There's a block shot there by Lee. Ella Merriman trying to get it turned over. Then Kendra Ellis along with Koth. Another three-pointer on its way, short. Picked up by Merriman. And then Seivert is also in for the Watchdogs. Watchdog turnover. Drive by Shellstead. She kicks it out. There's a step up for two. Goes in. Jan has all 5 points for the Eagles. There's a feed inside. Loose ball. That foul is going to be on Kayla Kahn. That's her second personal, team's first. We'll get the scoreboard updated. All right, we are at a Watchdog timeout. 6:41 to go here in the second period. Watchdogs with a 16-5 lead. After the end of the first period, it was 16-3 Watchdogs. Coming out of a Watchdog timeout. Watchdogs are going to have it underneath. Seivert to toss it in. Gets it on top to Colford. There's a travel coming or called on Merriman. Lee, last touch by the Watchdogs. Shellstead gets it over to Kessler. Kessler's being trapped. Another turnover by the Eagles. Merriman over to Ellis. Ellis driving, steps, floats, no good. Rebound brought down by Kessler. Lee. She's being trapped on top. Nice defense pressure. And the Eagles are going to throw it away. Swansky checking in for the Eagles. Watchdogs up 16-5 as we approach the 6-minute mark. Three-pointer on its way. Rattles out. Offensive board was picked up there by Ellis, and she is fouled. She is going to the line for one. It's going to be the third foul on Kahn. That free throw missed. Jan picks it up, throws it away, but nope. It's got to stay here as looks like Hannah Colford is going to pick up her first personal foul. Team second. Checking in for the Watchdogs is Keely Merrigan. Jan drives out to Lee. Down back to Jan. Tries to wrap around, tries to feed it inside. That is off a Watchdog foot. 20 seconds on the shot clock. 5:25 remaining here in the second period. Watchdogs bring in a 6-foot sophomore, number 10, Micaiah Sharp. Koth chased that one down. Up ahead, power through, good. Keely Merrigan with 2. Up ahead, and there's another basket scored by Ella Merriman. Ella now has 8 points, 4:35. There's a block shot. Ball loose on the floor. Koth keeps it alive. Picked up by Seivert. Over to Merriman for 3. No. Rebound pulled down by Keely Merrigan. Watchdogs with another 2. Another turnover here by the Eagles at the 3:54 mark. (24-5) lead for the Watchdogs over the Eagles. Koth drives through, no good. Rebound pulled down by Lee. Another turnover here by the Eagles. Feed inside, foul, bucket is good. 2 more points in there for Merriman. She now has 10. Olsen checks in for the Eagles. That foul was on Swatsky. That's her first. That free throw goes in. Merriman now with 11 points here in the first half. Merriman's going to pick up a foul. 27-5 lead. Sub checking in for the Watchdogs as Ashlyn Olsen checks in. She's a 5'4" sophomore. Drive by Swatsky. Foul being called on Colford. It's 3 team fouls. Kennedy Merrigan checked in. for the Watchdogs. There's a nice feed inside. That shot doesn't drop for the Eagles. Having a hard time finding the basket. Possession's going to stay here as a jump ball at the 3:01 mark. 27-5 lead for the Watchdogs. Swatsky. Three-pointer on its way, no good. We have a foul coming up. Shellstead's going to pick up her first personal. Sorry, that's her second personal. So we got 5 fouls. That's going to put the Watchdogs into the bonus here for the rest of this first half. We're at the 2:45 mark. First free throw, good. Second free throw is good by Kennedy Merrigan. Sub checking in. Ellis checks back in for the Watchdogs. 29-5 lead. Only 2 points put on the board here by the Eagles. Swatsky to Shellstead. She spins, tries to work, fed to the corner, three-pointer on its way, and that's nothing but net as Swatsky gets her first bucket. That's a big three-pointer. There's a drive. There's a nice block shot there by Kahn. And they get the Watchdogs turned over. Down to 2 minutes here in the first half. There's a feed inside to Kahn. Goes up. No good. Kahn gets her own rebound. Powers through. Gets fouled. Going to the line for 2 at the minute 48 mark. That foul coming on Sharp. First free throw is good. Seibert comes in for the Watchdogs. Lee, Jan, and Kessler all check in for the Eagles. Second free throw, no good. Got a jump ball. Possession's going to go over to the Watchdogs. We're down to a minute 47. There's a drive, stop. Watchdogs chase it down. There's a drive. Nice block shot there by Lee. She's pushing the envelope forward. Over to Swatsky. Inside to Kessler. Kessler's going to turn it over. That ball stolen there by Seibert. Seibert's going to drive coast to coast for 2. (31-9) lead as we hit the 1 minute mark. There's a drive and a little floater in, good by Jan. Score is 31-11. We're going to take a trip back down to the other end. That foul coming on Latondres. So that's 5 team fouls. Sharp checks in for the Watchdogs. Swansky at the line for her second free throw. 46.5 seconds left. Both teams in the bonus. That free throw no good. Offensive board. That was pulled down by Kessler. She is fouled, and she'll go to the line for 2 with that putback. Ellis for the Watchdogs picks up her second personal. That free throw no good. Watchdogs bring in Keely Merrigan and Harley Kolth. That misses everything. 44.6 seconds to go. Shot clock is at 35. Cloth stops, pulls it back out. There's a feed inside. Ball pushed back out, down to 10 seconds. There's a two-pointer on its way, rattles out, ball's loose. Last touch by the Eagles, stays here with the Watchdogs. Shot clock is off at 13.7 seconds. Kolth wide open underneath, misses that layup, gets her own rebound, puts it back up, rebound. Eagles end up with it, 5 seconds. Jan going to the line for 2. Emily picks up her second personal. 3.4 seconds left. Jan makes the first one. Jan makes her second. 31-13 lead. One last second shot. No good. And we're going to go into halftime with the Watchdogs up 31-13 over the Eagles. We'll get rehydrated here, and we will get ready for the second half action. All right. We are getting set here for the start of the second half. Third period coming up. Let's take a look at how some of the scoring looks. We'll start with the Watchdogs as they are up 31-13. Ella Merriman currently has 11 points. Kennedy Merrigan has 6 points. Lily Seivert has 2 points. Keely Merrigan has 2 points. Kendra Ellis with 3. And Harley Koth with 7. And then I missed a free throw here somewhere. Just two players for the Eagles have scored. Maya Swatsky with 3 points and Kayla Jan with 9. Eagles are coming back on the court. Watchdogs are here. We appreciate you tuning in today. All right, the Watchdogs are going to bring on Seivert, Koth, Ellis, Merriman, Eagles bring in Lee, Jan, Shellstead, Kessler, and Kahn. Eagles started the ball. Did get a shot off, didn't score. There's a feed inside. No good. Got a travel call as two Eagles kind of tied themselves up. Couldn't get rid of it as they fell to the floor. 7:32 to go here in the third period. There's a drive. There's a floater. Rattles out. Back over to the Eagles. Inside. Cross court to Jan. Down to Kahn. She's got to dribble back up on top. Gets it to Lee. Back to Jan. Jan's going to feed it inside. She turns it over as Koth picked up the loose ball. There's a 2-on-1 break. Foul coming here on Lee. It's going to put Merriman at the line for 2. First shot, no good. Free throw number 2 coming up. That one was good. Got a foul coming. That foul is called on Colford. Picks up her 4th. Emily checks in. It's a stolen ball. Easy 2 for Merriman. Feed inside to Lee. Keeps with it. Her shot is blocked by Koth. We are down to 6.5 minutes to go here in the third period. Got a foul coming here on Shelston. Picks up her third, team second. Keely Merrigan checks in for the Watchdogs. There's a feed inside to Koth. She knocks it out of bounds, goes possession back to the Eagles. 6:23 to go, 34-13 lead for the Watchdogs. There's a loose ball on the floor. Merriman gets there in for two. We're only 2 minutes into this period, and she already picks up 5 points. Now they are up 36-13. Loose ball. Lee picked it up. There's going to be a little floater by Jan. No good. Rebound pulled down by Koth. Cross court to Merriman. She's trying to feed it inside. Going to have a jump ball. Possession's going to stay here with the Watchdog. Number 2, Zoe Doctor checked in along with Swatsky. There's 2 for Koth. Eagles just trying to find some combination here to beat this zone defense by the Watchdogs. There's a little floater, and that one is good. Shelsted with 2. (38-15) lead. Watchdogs over the Eagles. Lee works, goes in. Lee gets 2. There's a 3-pointer on its way. Good by Koth. It's got to stay with the Eagles. Sharp checks in along with Ellis and Kennedy Merrigan for the Watchdogs. 41-17 lead. Down to 4:08. Another bucket here for Lee. Down to 3:58, 41-19 lead. Swatsky. There's a feed inside. Koth has got to be called for a foul. Jump ball. Possession's going to stay here with the Watchdogs. I said the foul incorrectly. I believe that was on Sharp. There's a floater on its way. No good. Foul coming. It's going to send Kahn to the line for 2. Emily's going to pick up her 3rd personal. That free throw good. Sub checking in. Tori Sharp comes in for the Watchdogs. 41-20 lead. 3:37 remaining, and that free throw is good. Merriman feeds it inside. There's a block shot. Kahn rips that one out. 41-21 lead. Kahn up for two, gets her own board, puts it back up, no good. Step through, and Merriman's got to go to the line for two. 2:59 remaining. Shelsted's going to pick up her fourth personal. First free throw good. Jan checks in. That free throw no good. Kahn comes down with the ball. 42-21 lead for the Watchdogs, up 42-21. We're going to have a jump ball. Swatsky, she turned right into Ellis. There's a drive up, no good. There's a feed inside. There's a stolen ball as Lee ripped it right out of Sharp's hands. Down to 2:22 remaining. Offensive board and put back there by Kahn for two. Kahn now has, I believe it's, she must have had the one with the free throw. That no good. Put back is good by Sharp for her first bucket. 44-23 lead at the minute 55 mark. Kahn working back to Lee for two more. No. Up to head to Merriman. She's going to drive in. Gets two more. She now has, I believe, like 19 points. All right, we're going to have a timeout here by the Eagles. They trail 23-46. Got a minute 34 to go here in this third period. Each team has 3 team fouls. Watchdogs have had control of this game since the get-go. However, 10 points have been put on the board since halftime for the Eagles, so good adjustments they've made. Thanks for tuning in with Big Sioux Media today for the Dakota Valley Conference Classic. We are here in Colman, South Dakota, just kind of north of Sioux Falls, if you don't know where that's at, about a half hour. Big Sioux Media will be back in action next week for another classic over in Elkton, kind of east of Brookings. Jan's going to drive baseline, stops, feeds it into Lee. Lee loses it. Merrigan picks it up. Got another tie-up. Possession's got to stay with the Eagles. Down to minute 20. Doctor. Last touch by a Watchdog. It's kind of hard to see. We're blocked by a little bit of a wall down there in that way left corner. Swatsky trying to stay with it, ends up losing it out of bounds. She was being pressured by Ellis. Kessler and Shellstead check in for the Eagles. Koth going for a three, no good. Rebound pulled down by Lee. Shellstead drives, floats it from the free throw line, kisses it in for two. Three-pointer on its way, no good. Rebound chased down by Ellis. She's going to put her own, or puts it back up, no good. 37 seconds to go. Three-pointer by Swatsky, good. (46-28) lead still for the Watchdogs. Nice little run here by the Eagles. Down to 13 seconds. Make it 10. Koth going in, no good. One last shot here coming for the Eagles, probably, if they don't turn it over. Down to 2 seconds. Swatsky's got to get it off, and she will not. And we're going to go into the fourth period. 46-28 lead for the Watchdogs. Get our scoreboard updated. Lots of action here at the end of the third. Looks like the Watchdogs are going to have possession. They'll start the fourth period. No one's really had an answer for Ella Merriman. She's been all over the place. I think she has like 19 points right now. Couple of key buckets here for Kahn, Shellstead, and Swatsky. Shellstead, Swatsky, Kessler, Kahn, and Lee are all in for the Eagles. Merriman, Koth, Seivert, Colford. There's a foul coming. As Seivert's got to go to the line for two. He's got to pick up her third. First free throw, nothing but net. Second one is short. 47-28 lead for the Watchdogs as the Eagles threw it away. Koth stopped. Seivert kicks it over to Merriman. No one's going to stop her. Nice feed down to the baseline. Nice little jump shot there made by Colford. That's her first bucket of the day. 1 minute into this fourth period. Feed inside, put up, no good. Lee gets her own rebound, fouled, going to the line for two. Seivert's going to pick up her first personal. Each team with one foul. 6:56 remaining here as Lee is at the line for two. That free throw is good. Second one on its way. Rattles out. Nice offensive work there by Kahn to get the offensive board. And Koth is going to pick up her first personal. Kahn turns it over. Merriman steps on the line, goes out of bounds, back over to the Eagles, 6:44 to go. There's another stolen ball up ahead, in for an easy 2. Drive baseline, put up. Merriman grabs the board. Up ahead, the Watchdogs got their transition going as Ellis picks up another 2. 53-29 lead. Coming up on the 6-minute mark. Swatsky grabs it. He's got to just toss it up from the corner of the free throw line. Putback made by Kessler for 2. 53-31. Fast action. 3-pointer by Koth. Bounces around. No. Down to 5:40. Watchdogs 53. Eagles 31. A 3-pointer no good. Rebound pulled down. Feed inside to Kahn, spins, good. Kahn now with 6 points in the second half. Down to the 5:15 mark. That floater no good, last touch. They're going to say by the Eagles. Stays with the Watchdogs. Down to 5:10 remaining in this game. Knocked out by the Eagles, stays with the Watchdogs. Merriman for 3. She gets that one to bounce in. 56-33 lead. Another stolen ball. Couple of subs checking in. Leighton Latondres. Gotta get this right. She's got to spin around. Her shot is blocked. And we have a foul. Keely Merrigan checks in for the Watchdogs. Latondres picks up her 4th personal. Team's 3rd. Way across court to Swatsky for 3. No good. Rebound pulled down by Seivert. 4:15 remaining here in the 4th period. There's 3-pointer on its way. Good. Seivert now with 6 points. 59-33 lead as we are under 4 minutes to play. Couple of subs checking in. Got Sharp checks in along with We got Tori Sharp and Micaiah Sharp. That three-pointer, no good. Lee sticking with it. She gets the offensive board, kicks it out. Shellstead back into Lee. One more feed underneath. Comes up short. Going to the line. Khan has got to go to the line for two. Keely Merrigan picks up her first personal. Team's fourth. That free throw good. Khan's second free throw coming up. 59-34 lead. Khan makes that one, make it 35. There's a turnover by the Watchdogs. Swatsky inside to Lee. Jan back to Swatsky. Shellstead for three, just short. Rebound pulled down by Merrigan. That shot no good. Shellstead comes up with it. Going up against three Watchdogs. 3 minutes remaining. Turnaround by Lee, no good. Khan with the rebound. Latondras is going to foul out. Ashlyn Olsen checks back in for the Watchdogs. Under 3 to play. Lee for her first free throw, good. Jade Tweet checking in for the Watchdogs. She's a 5'5" freshman. That free throw no good. There's a steal and in for two was Swatsky. She was being a little sneaky there and that paid off. 59-38 lead still for the Watchdogs. Got a double dribble. Got a timeout here for the Watchdogs. 2:44 remaining. This is how the scores looked after the first period. The Watchdogs up 16-3. At halftime, it was 31-13. At the end of 3, it was 46-28 in the Watchdogs' favor. Jan, Kahn, and Lee leading scorers for the Eagles. Koth and Merriman, kind of the two leading scorers, along with Ellis for the Watchdogs. Lots of basketball today here at the Dakota Valley Conference here in Colman, South Dakota. Swatsky over to Lee. Shellstead feeds it into Lee underneath. No good. Got a jump ball. Possession's going to stay with the Eagles. Jan to toss it in. Stolen ball there by Keely Merrigan. That shot blocked. Couple of subs checking in. 3 subs coming in. We got Aiden Bond. Kessler checks back in. Brooklyn Olsen for the Eagles also. That two-pointer is good for Sharp. Micaiah Sharp with 4. 61-38 lead as we hit the 2-minute mark for the Watchdogs. Bond drives. Gets it over to Doctor. Loose ball on the floor. Picked up by Kahn. Powers through. No good. Gets her own rebound. She's fouled. Going to the line for 2. Sharp's got to pick up her 3rd personal. First free throw comes up short. Looks like Alexia Mendez checked in. Casey Tweet checks in for the Eagles. Down to minute 38. Step through. Mendez gets the board, kicks it out, and that's a bucket by Tori Sharp. 63-39 lead for the Watchdogs. Down to minute 20. First free throw, good. That one made by Bond. Next one on its way. Bounces around, no good. Rebound pulled down by Tori Sharp. Tori on top. Ooh, good heads up play there by Kennedy Merrigan. Mendez, three-pointer. Airs that one out. Loose ball. She's going to chase it back down. Down to a minute to play. 63-40 lead. Down to 21 seconds on the shot clock. Mendez. Mendez is going to shoot a 3. That one just short. Goes out of bounds with 41.8 seconds. Eagles ball. Rebecca Torgerson had checked in. There is a bucket there for the Eagles. Down to 20 seconds. It's a feed inside, loose ball. Going to stay with the Watchdogs. Down to 10.6 seconds. Down to 9 seconds. Loose ball on the floor. Picked up by the Eagles. Got a jump ball. Possession to the Watchdogs with 3.9 seconds left. Three-pointer coming. No good. And that's going to do it here for the Beresford Watchdogs. Coming on top, 63-42 over the Lac Qui Parle Valley Eagles. We appreciate you for tuning in. Watchdogs had started the scoring first, and they never looked back. Much better second half here for the Eagles. So that will do us, and we'll set up the next stream for the next game. Thanks for joining Big Sioux Media Sports Network.